Season 5.
Season 5, episode 72.
Episode 5, finances. This is going to be a great one. I think everybody needs to hear my take on finances, as basic as they are.
Well, nobody gets excited about, let's talk about finances.
Yeah.
Like,
let's talk about spreadsheets.
Here it comes.
Well, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. All these podcasts run ad-free. We don't charge you anything, but they're not free to make. So I do ask that you do one thing. Please go and share it with a friend. That's it. That's the price of admission to make this, because it's not cheap. I think this microphone probably cost about $8,000.
Well,
it did not cost $8,000.
No, it's not an $8,000.
It's like $300.
It's a nice microphone.
No, it is. It's real nice.
It sounds good.
It is real nice. So, what do finances mean to you? I ask that question a lot, and people think, well, it's just, I got to have a retirement, a 401k. I got to make sure that I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I just, in my head, I think, oh, they're just regurgitating all the bullshit that we were taught.
Yeah.
Put your money in the bank, let it be safe, have a 401k, which this is just my opinion. I think 401ks, not all of them, but I think the majority of them are the biggest raping of America there has ever been.
No. Yeah. My dad told me a story. He worked somewhere for 24, long time. Yeah. That's the moral of the story. He got let go on a technicality. They kind of made an example of him. He was the highest paid guy there. It was a mess. The worst part is we kind of knew these people, so that made it even worse.
Yeah.
401k balance. What do you think it was? We're talking teens of years.
Teens of years, I would probably say, knowing what I know now, less than $500,000.
Oh man, it's way worse than that.
My gut was thinking 240,000.
It's way less than that.
Is it really?
He said when he left, the balance in his 401k, and keep in mind, it hasn't been touched.
Right.
They called this profit sharing.
Right.
The guy had like $12,000.
Oh my gosh.
Can you believe that?
Man, I could save change.
Oh, in a big old water jug in the corner of your living room.
Yeah, and most people don't dig into finances because the banking industry, Wall Street and all them, they've created terms and words and things like that to confuse us. Here's my financial. If I can't figure it with a crayon, fuck it. I'm out.
Gotta be simple.
That's the way I do it. If you can't show me in third grade math, I'm out. I don't even want to talk to you. If you start making up some bullshit about the rate of return versus, I don't even want to hear it. Can it make 10% every single year? If it can, I'm listening. Let's talk about it. If it can't, I'll still listen and let's talk about it. But it's funny you say that. I have, I think about 100,000 in 401ks between my wife and I. Absolute pile of dog shit.
So you're excited about it.
I'm pretty pumped about it. But Tanner, Tanner.
Yeah, he does mine too.
I trust Tanner.
I do too.
Tanner, he'll
shout out to Tanner.
Yeah, shout out Tanner.
When the phone rings, I pick it up.
He'll say, "Hey Cosmo, this is what I get." But he's a fiduciary.
He is.
And he tells me.
He does.
He's honest. I also just hired a guy. Matt, his name's Matt. He is going to be our shit. I'm getting all these terms mixed up. Tax planning strategist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. No.
It's a great thing to have. Great thing to have. But that's my take on finances. So when I've thought about the things that I value, well, not when I thought about them. When I figured out the three things I value: family, finances, and freedom. And if you haven't saw the episode on freedom and family, go back, watch it, come to this one. This will make way more sense, especially when I loop it around family. Finances to me is I want to have enough money that if something happens to me, my wife doesn't have to worry about it, right? House, she can pay the house off, which you can do that with insurance. Really can, so we got insurance. But I I want to have enough finances so my family and myself could be free.
That was the goal.
Yeah. Go on vacation. And for the record, vacation to us as a kid was where are we going to, what lake are we going to go put the tent at? And just so you know, that only happened twice.
Man.
Twice. So that was vacation to me. And as a matter of fact, I loved it.
Sure.
Because, as kids, who wouldn't want to go play in the dirt?
You think it's awesome.
I absolutely loved it. So when you come to me and you say, hey, I'm a banker, or hey, I automatically, like, my defenses go through the roof because I'm thinking this person is going to try to fuck me out of my money because that's what they do. Not all of them. That's just, sure. I'm just telling you what plays in my head.
Yeah.
These people use big words to talk to me about ways to invest my money to benefit them.
It's their job.
That's their job. That's exactly what they do.
They don't get paid to give you money. I want to ask you a question.
Let it rip.
Do you feel like when you became a business owner, like let's just say there's one plane of knowing stuff about money, and everything below it is you work for hourly or a salary, and 401k is your plan for retirement. Do you feel like you broke through a glass ceiling on money when you started your own business? Do you think you went to like another level? In understanding?
Yeah, no, you're right, I did. Because I was told my whole life, don't do that. That's wrong. You suck at math. I was in developmental classes my whole life. We called them DV classes when I was young.
DV?
Yeah, I was the dumb student.
They called them something else when I was young too.
Well, now you probably can't call developmental. You get the shit suit out of you.
Triggered.
I was in DV classes. I remember one of my teachers at the time saying, "You will, unless you figure this out, you'll never get anything in life right."
And you aren't you so glad she did you that favor?
I was like, man, I do carry a grudge with me. I do.
You got a chip on your shoulder.
And to all those people that said you couldn't do it, I carry around. Have I ever showed it to you?
Showed what to me?
So I carry this around, and every time I see them, I go.
I keep this in my pocket.
Yeah, because I was told that my thoughts around business would never work, and then when they did work, I'm sitting there going, well, hold on. Everybody that told me that didn't work, where are they at?
Sure.
Where are they at? And I'll even take it a step further. Anybody I talk to now that is wanting to coach, if I'm looking for a coach, if I'm looking for anybody to do anything with the company, and if it specifically involves around money, the first thing I ask them is,
what's your net worth?
How much money you got in the bank?
Yeah.
Now, I want to know how much money you got in the bank. Today.
Yeah.
Because if you got less than me, maybe you should be paying me to coach you. Yep. And actually, I was actually going to hire a coach not long ago, and he had less money than me. Actually, he didn't. I don't know that he did or didn't, but he refused to answer the question. So
doesn't sound like he's your guy anyway.
No, he's not my guy. He's not my guy.
So about that, but
funny story. When that did happen, when that finally clicked in my head, that's when I found out I was a millionaire for the first time.
Huh.
I never paid attention.
You didn't even know?
I did not even know.
What'd that feel like?
I'll never forget as a kid, I always said, oh my gosh, I want to be a millionaire. And when it happened, it was like, oh, and it actually happened, and I was a multi-millionaire. And it was like, I'm still who I am.
Sure.
I still drink,
Coors
Light. Yeah. I still wear cutoff shorts. My wife hates the way I dress because she says I dress like a bum. But I'm like, well, no one's going to be robbing me. I look like I'm out robbing people. I was actually on Venice Beach the other day, and not one person spoke to me.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you ever been on Venice Beach.
It's pretty classy out here.
Yeah. I thought, man, I don't know. And I don't say any of this to brag. I think anybody that knows me, I've never actually told anybody I was a millionaire. Now that I think about it, and honestly, it doesn't define me. And at the rate the inflation's going right now, it doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah, well,
but, you know.
I mean, it matters.
Nah, it does.
But keep in mind that.
But let me tell you the mindset I did to get there. First thing I did. The very first thing I did is got out of debt. Credit cards are horrible if you don't know how to utilize them properly.
Yeah.
I think there is and I still have credit cards. I think I got 3 now, but we pay them off twice a week. We pay them off Mondays and Thursdays.
Well, you got to.
And we utilize them for points and travel.
Yep.
You know?
And if you can do that.
If you can do it responsibly, you got to be responsible.
Yep.
But I've had to lose everything I've owned, you know, in order to learn how to live responsible. All the way even down to my, you know, $2,500 car got repoed.
That's probably a nice car.
It actually was a nice car. It was a nice car. I thought it was a nice car for me. I loved it. So I've been rock bottom, and I've had to build it, you know, from the ground up.
Right.
And when I started taking advice from myself, that's when it started working. But the thing that got me there is I had to understand that I had to live, not I need to live. I have to live below my means. I have to.
Yeah.
Meaning if I brought home $500 that week, then my rent needs to be $250.
Yeah.
And that's how I did it. I always liked having one paycheck that I could save.
Yeah.
So, meaning if you got paid twice a month, you took one paycheck and it paid your rent,
everything,
utilities, groceries, everything. That's living below your means.
Yep.
And then that next check is something you save.
Because what does that give you when that's the way you're living? What do you have?
Time. A lot of time at home alone.
Well, then it's the one of the F's. What do you have?
Well, you got finances, you got family, and you got freedom.
I mean, heck, you probably got all 3.
Yeah,
you get your money
and
right.
that's the genius in my head of it. It probably doesn't sound that good coming out of my mouth.
Did you just call yourself a genius?
I think I did.
Oh, I had to call you on the.
But if you think about it, that's where it all starts.
Yeah,
the Bible says,
"Borrower is slave to the lender."
The borrower is slave to the lender. Yeah.
That's right. And I think the difference is when you get your money right, get your head right, you borrow from yourself.
Exactly.
You talked about that $500 credit card line. You probably have $500 laying around you could have used, but you didn't want to.
It was actually at the time we was getting out of debt, and I broke my rule and used the credit card.
That's just risk, though.
That was a lot of risk.
There's always risk.
Yeah, so I sat in the garage and packaged up powder and mailed it all over the country.
Just to make up for it. You had to make some money.
Yeah, if you haven't watched a previous episode, you won't get that one.
Yeah, you have to run it back. It's not what you think.
So the one thing I've learned in life is how to make your money work for you. Now, if you're trading time for money, a.k.a. you have a job and you're trading time for money, I look at it like, how do you compress that? Meaning, if you're working 40-hour weeks, the way I did it, and I'm not gonna say this is for everybody. This is just the way I did it. I can't make them pay me more, right?
Yeah.
They'll tell me piss off.
Yeah.
So my only other option is I need to work more.
Yeah.
So I would work when I very first started, when I met my wife, and I worked for a trailer company. I would work 45, 50 hours there. I'd get off work, and I'd go bartend till 2 in the morning, usually about 1 in the morning, get off a little early. And then I would come home, sleep for 4, 5 hours, and go back and do it again. So, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't make more money, so I had to make more time.
Sure.
And that's how you do it. You know, either you figure out a way to make more money or you figure out a way to make more time. And that's what it is. I'm not above, I'll deliver pizzas. If I lost everything, I would deliver pizzas today. I don't care.
Yeah.
And when I sit there and people go, well, I don't have the money for that. Okay. But you got a lot of time.
Sure.
Why don't you deliver pizzas?
Or Uber.
Or
Really,
Uber.
look at the world we live in.
Like,
Yeah. You got a ton of options now.
Yeah.
Shoot, you can make money driving Uber right now.
No, you can. You can make a lot of money.
So if you're hurting,
a ton of money.
If you're hurting.
So with that being said, you got homework. I want you to write down the top 3 things that are holding you back from making the money you deserve. Post it on social media. Tag us at Kosmo Unfiltered. We would love to hear from you and get in them comments. I love talking money. I'm telling you right now, I could build a spreadsheet for anybody because you got to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Easy.
You know, one single spreadsheet. And this is how I did it. I had all my bills on there. And when I put a number in there, that's when I wrote the check, put it in the envelope, and sealed it. I wrote checks.
Yeah. You can make it that easy if you got to.
And I'm going to tell you what. I got out of debt. I got my credit score up to 8 something. I don't know what
it's high.
It is high. But it was hard work. It was hard work. And people say, well, you're so lucky. No, fuck you. I'm not lucky. I did it.
Yeah.
I put in the hard work.
You gotta work your ass off.
Yeah. Motherfucker, I know what a sugar sandwich is. You've never been poor. You don't know what a sugar sandwich is.
Oh, man, you could come up with some interesting sandwiches.
Yeah, man, when you was poor as me, man, I used to sell government cheese to make money. I did.
Like, hey, you ever seen
me and my brother used to stand at the grocery store at the front, and we used to ask people coming out for their stamps, their CVS stamps, because you put them in a book, and you get $3. So I'd fill up a book, then we'd go in the grocery store, and shit, we'd eat like little fat kids.
Score.
Oh, yeah, man, $3 back in the 70s, man. Sheesh.
Went a long way, huh?
Yeah. We'd run ragged in there. All kinds of cookies and candies and, you know.
That's crazy. Come a long way.
No, we'd go pick up bottles, glass bottles.
Yeah.
You get 10 cents, 25 cents for some of them. So with that being said, hey, man, make your money work for you. And I get it. You start small. If you don't have anything, start small. You know, save $25 this week. And then next week, try to save 26. And then 27. And then 28. Then 30. Then 35. Just small. I mean, do you really need all the bullshit you go buy every day? Do you really need coffee every day from Starbucks? Hell, if you just stayed out of anything with a drive-thru or sold gas, you know, you save a lot of money. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget, these aren't free to make, but we do ask that you pay a small price, and that is sharing them with your friends. That's simple. Just go share it with somebody. Tag us at Kosmo Unfiltered. We would gratefully appreciate it, and I can't wait till next episode. You know what next episode is?
What is it?
I already forgot.
Because it's so good.
I read my notes, and I already forgot. Oh, my gosh. I'm such a piece of shit. What is next episode? Hold on.
Once you got your three pillars figured out, it's time to get to work.
I remember.
I'm back.
Doing the hard shit first. Do the hard shit first. That's next episode. I'll see you then.